Shamelessly Arguing with Vegans is this book authored by me, Swati Prakash, and available completely free on earthhealingnetwork.com, in which I have debunked 150 arguments against veganism that are usually given by people around us when we are vegan, and how we can answer to all those questions and debunk them and remove all these myths and misconceptions from society that people have held through the ages due to lack of knowledge, lack of awareness, and lack of empathy. The truth is that 80 billion plus land animals are killed every year unnecessarily, when we can easily be vegan and get all our nutrients from vegan food. Also, more than 3 trillion fish are killed every year. How can you believe it? So much suffering, so much harm, when we can be much healthier as vegans. So, before I go to the argument for the day, let me give you a positive message from this card deck that I have here. A new card deck that I have, and I'll take a random card as a tarot reader. Wow, this is a beautiful card that says hydrate. Hydrate, water, the gift of life. Drink more water. We forget that nutrition is not just food but also water. Bodies are made of water, so much water in us. So without sufficient hydration, whether it's hot or cold outside, we need water to survive, to thrive. And then we also need some food. And this is the food that comes from plants, which we must eat because we are frugivore animals. We are from apes. We are not from lions. We are not from tigers. And we are not supposed to eat animal products at all. So what is it that people have to say against this concept of being human, being a normal human? Why are people not going vegan? Let me see what is the argument that comes up. It says argument number 137. Argument 137 has said in this book, and I'm reading from it, where do you get your protein? So, where do you get your protein is a very common argument that we all hear. It's the oldest and silliest of all arguments. Yes, the protein argument. We all know that amino acids are found in plants. They provide proteins to animals, and animals then, get eaten by some other animals. That's called a secondary source of protein. The primary source of protein for the elephants, hippopotamus, the great giant tortoise, was plants, not animals. Animals did not make the great apes strong and fit and then evolved as humans. It was plants that was a primary original source of nutrition. Plant protein is a direct source of protein. You can thrive on it. It's found amply in a variety of plants that substitute even the heaviest of all protein requirements. Now imagine asking an elephant, where do you get your protein? Now that would be really silly, wouldn't it? We know bodybuilders and strongmen such as Patrick Baboumian have proven that you do not need animal protein to be strong. You can watch the documentary, a leading documentary called The Game Changers, and this clarifies everything. It has numerous bits and pieces of information that's really interesting. It is surprising indeed that people are still living in dark ages in the ancient times when they had little knowledge of science. They thought eating animals is essential for our survival. Little knowledge is dangerous, very dangerous. Dairy, eggs, they are not the ways to health and fitness. They are the ways to the graveyard. Do you want to have dairy, eggs that are slimy, dirty, disgusting, unhygienic things? Secretions from animals filled with their blood and pus and mucus? Do you want to eat animal meat so dirty, made of so much violence, so much bloodshed, causing you so much harm, giving you heart attacks, cancers of so many types of cancers, not just one, and diabetes? World Health Organization has stated this. The Vegan Society has made it clear, and the British Dietary Association that vegan nutrition is sufficient in every way for a human being in all stages of life, for all ages, all levels of activity. In fact, these dangerous animal products destroy our health, they ruin it, they make you weak, they cause death instead of strength in your body, and they're completely inhumane. So you could have some beans, you could have some lentils, not just tofu. I haven't had tofu for most of the year. I generally don't have too much tofu because, vegan food is so rich, so healthful. You don't miss protein at all in plants. Why do you want to kill birds? Why do you want to get their eggs out of dying hens suffering in cages or in so-called free range in which they are just, fitting into this dirty, dirty shed and dirty barns, lying in their own filth? Why do you want to have milk from an animal, a newborn baby cow shot to death just for your milk protein? Why do you want that in your chocolates and ice cream when you can be vegan and have vegan versions of everything? Why do you want animal protein from meat when it involves beheading the animal and draining his or her blood out completely and making him struggle in a life of a horror show, a hell in which he or she is just psychologically dead already? It's just so much harm to breed the animal using rape of the female to produce babies after babies to be killed for milk, for eggs, for meat. Do you know that in the egg industry, newborn male chicks are macerated alive immediately? They are ground, blended, first day of their birth. That's how you say happy birthday to this poor little baby male chicks just because they were male and can't produce eggs. And millions are killed and suffering. How much slaughter, how much abuse, controlling the entire animal's life for some slimy protein. Please go vegan. Please share this video. Create awareness that these are huge, humongous crimes that each one of us should be speaking against, apart from our primary source of income, whatever work you do, or if you want, be a full-time vegan activist too, work towards it. This is a great cause, a noble cause, a charitable cause. My book is free on earthhealingnetwork.com for this reason, and you will find lots of other information too. You'll find another book of poetry there, vegan poetry, and you'll get lots of articles on my blog. Please subscribe, please share. My handle is at Earth Healing Network on social media and on Twitter. It's Earth Healing Net. And thank you very much.